Good evening, I'm Jeff Stone.
And I'm Rebecca Solomon. A recently posted YouTube video showing 5 Pennsylvania state troopers arresting a hit-and-run suspect in Bradford County has gone viral.
In fact, it's received more than 40,000 hits in just 1 week. That's because several of our viewers and victims' parents accused the troopers of using excessive force.
WETM 18 News reporter Sam Spank investigates in our top story tonight.
Jeff, Rebecca, the picture next to me and in my hand is a mugshot of Robert Leone taken in March 2010 following his arrest. As you can see, Leone has a black eye and multiple bumps and bruises. Some are calling it police brutality, but the Bradford County District Attorney says the troopers were reacting to an out-of-control person. We'll let you decide, but bear in mind what you are about to see and hear could be upsetting to sensitive viewers. What you're watching is dashcam video from the March 8, 2010 arrest of then 31-year-old Robert Leone of Vestal, New York. What you're seeing is an attempt to subdue Leone. One trooper jumps from the top of a car as others handcuff him. What you're hearing is obscene language directed at Leone as he's led into a trooper vehicle. Here's how it all started. Bradford County court documents say around 8 that night, state troopers were called out to Route 6 in Burlington Township to help locate a vehicle responsible for a hit and run involving another car. State troopers say when they tried to pull Leone over in his black Trans Am, he kept going. Eventually, the officers successfully boxed him in and forced him to stop. But the story doesn't stop here on Route 6. Leone says the beatings continued at Memorial Hospital in Towanda and at the state police barracks. Almost 12 hours after his arrest, Leone was checked into the Bradford County Correctional Facility looking like this. In the end, Leone was charged with 24 separate crimes, including several counts of aggravated and simple assault against a police officer. At his August 31, 2010 trial, Leone was only found guilty of 4 charges: simple assault, resisting arrest, fleeing or attempting to elude an officer, and accident involving damage for the hit and run. Leone was sentenced to 1.25 to 4 years in prison. He's currently serving time in Bradford County Correctional Facility. He's waiting to be extradited to Broome County Corrections on past probation charges. His parents admit their son should have pulled over, but they say these 5 state troopers used excessive force during the arrest.
The paramount point is he got beaten within an inch of his life.
If he didn't stop, they had a right to arrest him. They had no legal right to do the rest of the story.
A spokesman for Pennsylvania State Police, Maria Finn, says she can't comment on the video because it's now part of a civil lawsuit filed by the Leones. But for hypothetical situations, she referred us to Trooper Tom Kelly of Williamsport. He says in general situations, quote, "The priority is preservation of self and others. You are looking for compliance." The trooper said Leone didn't comply, a defense brought up during the trial by District Attorney Daniel Barrett.
I'm sorry if the fellow got a black eye or if he got scraped up. His picture looks pretty pathetic, but he was the one that brought this on and continued it.
Trooper said Leone appeared to be high on something because of his unusual behavior. District Attorney Barrett says Leone was high on 15 days worth of Adderall or amphetamines, but a medical report to support that was never shown in court. At the hospital, troopers say Leone tried to escape, and one Memorial Hospital employee testified in court saying Leone was combative. On March 7th of this year, Leone filed a civil suit in federal court against the borough of Towanda, Pennsylvania State Police, and the 5 troopers involved. In the lawsuit, Leone claims that his civil rights were violated on that night and that he was brutally beaten and assaulted. But District Attorney Barrett says this was a case of a young man putting others in harm's way because of his drug use.
Mr. Leone's upset because apparently his black eye came with an encounter with the state police, but I have a lot of people who I've had to bury because they've encountered trees while they were driving while under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
It's up to the federal court to see the evidence that is presented in the civil and file charges against the police and the people involved. That's what we're looking for. Exposure and some we want an investigation.
According to all these court documents here obtained by WETM TV, troopers testified that they had been cleared of any wrongdoing. After the incident, an internal investigation was conducted by the Bureau of Integrity and Professional Standards. A state police spokesman says the committee is responsible for impartially investigating complaints. The spokeswoman, however, could not provide us with a copy of that report because of the civil lawsuit.
Now, Sam, if this happened 2 years ago, why is the video just going viral now?
Well, Leone's parents recently contacted an author who specializes in corruption named Larry Hoohall. He says he's the one who put together the YouTube video, which just went public last week, and he gave us permission to use it. A link to that video is on our website, WETMTV.com.
All right, Sam. Thank you for that report.